Welcome to Brian's Friends Universe, the apartment tour. As we leave the Chicagoland hallway, we'll enter our Friends Universe. You'll recognize 5-card Charlie from Joey and Chandler's. And in Rachel and Tag's office area, we would see this poster during those season 7 episodes. As we move into the bathroom, Joey's shower curtain. And over here, a perfect pair, which will make a few appearances in this apartment. Then as we move into one of the bedrooms, you can of course see the iconic Magnadoodle with the antique doorbell replica. Now in this room, my bedroom, I really wanted to recreate Monica's bedroom as best I could, with of course some other touches that you can notice. So we'll start with the most obvious. On Etsy, a seller sells the recreation of her bed sheets. It's just a duvet cover and pair of pillowcases. And this does hang above Monica's bed. But then we've got a little touch of Joey and Chandler with the kangaroo boxing picture and poster. You'll recognize one of Emma's would-be favorites, Ross forcing that upon her. And on the other side, we've got Rachel's Excelsior poster and framed picture. From the early seasons, the boys had the Three Stooges there. And even a touch of Ross and his apartment. Probably the most iconic piece there. All right, so we'll now continue the tour as we go into the second bedroom here. Monica's drama masks. As we enter the second bedroom. Something else quite iconic, of course, to lead us into here. Now, I don't really have many Friends items in this room. This is a famous vase from above Monica's, on her TV stand. But this apartment also contains my own things, my own touch, so you get kind of another sense of my decorative style here. And we'll leave bedroom 2 as we now take a look at sort of the panoramic view of the living room, dining room, and the kitchen. We'll get to all of that here in a bit, but we've got to start with the Serapi-inspired rug. I wanted bits of Central Perk, Joey's, and Monica's all infused into one living space, so that's why you see such an overlap of influences. Probably the piece I'm most excited about of everything, the apothecary table from that famous season 6 episode. Pottery Barn created these tables, and I was lucky enough to get one. And then appropriately above the living room television, the French toy advertisement poster, followed by another important classic. This hangs next to Monica's entrance door. And down here, a little fun touch from the Thanksgiving episode. I'll get you a little better look there in the sunshine. Another Etsy original. Now we'll move on to the Tiffany-inspired lamp, floor lamp that you'll see in the opening credits every episode. Again, some creative liberties taken. If I couldn't find the exact item, I would try to get as close as I could. Toy NK sells the Central Perk centerpiece. It's a very comfy couch, I might add. And look who's perched right on top there. Yep, that's Hugsy. Super plush. Nice little Central Perk sign that glows. Kind of a faux neon. Okay, up above, another one of my favorite pieces. This was hand carved specifically for me. This does hang near Monica's bathroom. And again, that is a take on the perfect pair that we saw in the bathroom early on. I think this artist, who I discovered on Etsy, did an amazingly detailed, careful job. And pretty much right near where that picture hangs is this liquor cabinet. It's painted a different color on the TV show, but I love this piece, in particular how the doors swing open. I don't have much of a liquor collection, but you can put anything you want in there. From Castabada, this is another famous piece that you'll see really the final few seasons, basically near Monica's entryway. Now, this isn't the exact lazy boy in Joey and Chandler's, or I should say Joey's, but it is a lazy boy. It is black leather, custom made, and I just chose the features that I felt were most important for my own lazy boy. And this is a little throwback to season 1, this kind of quilted, checkered red and white blanket. We'll focus on the table. You'll recognize it, of course, from Central Perk, but this was custom made by an Etsy seller. I basically sent her screenshots, dimensions to try to get it as close. I even picked out the color of green paint. Other cool, important items on the table. A reserve sign, as we would sometimes see throughout the show. And TV guides. I thought it would be fun to have one from Baywatch on the right-hand side, and then on the left, that TV guide was printed the month of that episode that has the infamous trivia game, where Miss Chandler Bong is one of the answers. So I thought that would be kind of a fun little touch there. I think we've covered everything in the living room space. So now we'll move on to our little game corner here. I did seek out the Tornado foosball table. Again, not exact, but that is the brand. And this is the table that Joey would have after Chandler and he were robbed. And this dartboard hung in Joey and Chandler's the middle parts of the show. And right next to it, of course, Laurel and Hardy. An earlier season picture that would, I think, eventually disappear about halfway through the 10-year run. And prior to September 11th, this poster was above Joey's basically entryway as you entered his apartment. We'll fade over here to the dining area. That wine stuff on the left is just my own thing, but you can see I had a blast putting together the chairs. So again, I found an Etsy seller. I would send her screenshots from different episodes. She would go hunt for these chairs, repurpose them. And again, I was in charge of choosing the color, and I took little creative liberties, like I chose velvet as opposed to vinyl on the purple chair, farmhouse style, the white one. And I even tried to go as close as to choose the seat pads. Again, not the exact ones that you see on Monica's chairs, but quite similar, and I have to say comfortable. Even the plateware, you'll see the bowls and plates stacked up in Monica's cabinets. And even the cobalt blue wine glasses there. I did also forget, I think it was season 3, maybe 4, those drinking glasses. I'm sure I'll forget a couple other things too. I have roughly 60 items total of Friends replicas throughout the apartment. 2 famous posters there, both in Joey and Chandler's. You'll recognize this from next to Monica's bed, but I wanted it to be with my wine items. I thought that was a little more appropriate. Always fun to take the creative liberties in facilitating my own living space. And now we'll enter the kitchen, and I'll just give you a view out really quick before we go back in. That is actually a spice cabinet that was found in season 1, possibly season 2. It's definitely one of my favorite pieces. Also happens to be practical. And up here, a seller on Etsy created this by hand. She no longer does these, so I was lucky to catch her while she was doing them. We'll notice the plates on the right-hand side. These would hang in Monica's kitchen against the brick wall in the later 3 seasons. The soft serve vanilla ice cream cone from Joey and Chandler's before they were robbed. Little central perk cookie jar here. And this was the cookie jar that was only in Monica's for season 1. And you come along here to this spot. This is supposed to emulate that little black sunshine that hangs above Monica's when you enter. It should be bigger, but that's okay. 2 magnets that you may recognize, the Chunky Beware, and right below it, the rolling pin. And I should mention I'm still on the search for certain items, other magnets and more. Probably the crown jewel, at least one of them here. Cookie Time cookie jar. That would replace the tiger that we just previously saw. And Cookie Time would be in their apartment seasons 2 through the very end. And from Villeroy and Bosch. For tea service. You'll recognize that mug, as well as that one. We'll come down here and focus on the lower left, as well as the upper right. These 2 tins were in Monica's apartment seasons 1, I believe into season 2. the homemade pickles jar. This is also an Etsy find. eBay, where I found the Happy Chef. Holds some actual utensils there. This was a rare lucky find, Monica's teapot. And I do actually use this to make coffee for myself. The Chemex. Super tasty. All right, I'm sure I missed a few items, but you get the idea. One more look, and I'll take you back out the entranceway. So it took about a year to find and collect everything. Obviously, a lot of painstaking detail. Watching the show, taking screenshots, asking questions of sellers, certainly saving money, but it really was a blast. I have really enjoyed utilizing the practical items and, of course, admiring the artwork. Fun little touches of style, pizzazz, some antique vibes. And of course, items that I just like to have myself. A quick little look at the office space here. And then I will take you out the front door where we started. If you have any questions, please message me. I'm even open to offers. Well, thank you everybody so much for attending Brian's Friends Universe, the apartment tour. Have a great day.